What is up, vinyl community? I've got tons of metal to show, over 15 metal albums, but don't go anywhere. This is a contest response. So my friend Andy, his channel is Cloudy Milder. He is celebrating his 1,000 subscribers, and he's well over the 1,000 subscriber mark, so I did want to wish him congratulations. And he's having a contest response, and he is calling it a contest, not a competition, as sometimes referred to from our friends over the pond. He lives in Edinburgh, Scotland, and just been a great community member for the 6 years that he's been involved. Just great uploads, true hard rock and heavy metal fan, and really sticks to that genre pretty well. And just great personality, and just always a pleasure to watch. And he's graciously agreed to work with me on various projects through the years. Him and I created an application on a phone app where you can actually transfer records through the internet. It's pretty wild. There's a video about that. He's hunted down records for me at record fairs in Scotland. He's also been a part and collaborated with me and my friends on different video projects. Check out his channel if you're not already subscribed. Lots going on over there. Also, him and some other friends of mine do Contract in Blood. So this is Andy, Cloudy Milder, also Scott the Rock Scout. You got Mike Metal Mickey, as well as Mark G with a C, all collaborating and talking about all things metal. So check out those projects if you are a hard rock and metal fan. Just really great content. So I'm going to make an attempt here to answer your questions to make this an official entry into the contest. I see that there is a massive record on the up for grabs here in this contest. So we will see. I got my eyes on that. Look out, guys, I'm coming after it. I had some multiple answers for this, so I'm just going to go through this quickly. But like I said, hopefully I deliver on the promise. Lots of metal coming. So this is in response to a question of a band who had 6 years or more in between their album releases. And the whole thing between 6 years is Andy's been in the vinyl community for 6 years. And that's about the average length of a celebrity marriage. So he's got some different questions lined up for this, and we'll get to the marriage related one in just a second. So this one happened to be 6 years between album releases, and I couldn't believe when I was digging into this what I was coming up with. So Black Sabbath Forbidden, this is an official counterfeit. Sounds pretty good. It's on IRS. When I bought this, I was actually thought that this was a genuine copy, and at closer look, very close look, revealed that it was a counterfeit. That's okay. I actually like this album. I'm one of the ones that say that there are no bad Black Sabbath albums, but Rusty Angels, good song on this. Illusion of Power, I don't mind Ice-T rapping over that. Really good album. Check it out. But Sabbath didn't make another album for a gazillion years later. And I don't count the Sabbath reunion album. I think they did 1 or 2 new songs for that. What was it, Psycho Man? But they didn't come back with a full-length release album until 13. As long as the Sabbath purists, because this is Sabbath minus Bill Ward, but it is a Black Sabbath album. Here you go. Whether it's Tony Martin or missing Bill Ward. So Brad Wilk on drums. Sabbath comes back in 2013 with an album release, shocking everybody. So I was really excited about that. Let's keep moving this forward. What I do, I pulled out a couple of the album sleeves. I think I wanted to show that it was on Vertigo. Decent enough album. It's not one I revisit a lot. Kind of slow and plodding and simple, which I think was the formula that they wanted for the original debut. And I noticed one of the songs in the middle of the album ends with like a rainstorm and a bell. Like, why wouldn't you put that on the end of the album so that way it would kind of loop back to the first album? All right, let's take a look at Power Mad. I wanted to do a couple here just in case somebody else showed the same thing. 1989, Power Mad, thrash metal band, but a little bit of progressive, some timing changes, good musicians, but 1989, and that was it. That's all you heard from Power Mad. And then all of a sudden in 2015, Power Mad is coming out with a new album. It's called Infinite. Like, what in the world? Are you kidding me? That many years later, and they're getting back together? I thought they would have... I did want to show this. It's a really cool gatefold. I highly recommend this band. But definitely thrash. Very interesting. Lots of different transitions. It's not just all speed, in-your-face thrash. I think it's on a nice splatter vinyl there. But yeah, Power Mad disappears for so long, comes back with another album. And I hope these weren't supposed to be, when I was looking these up, it was either bands that had 2-year, 3-year, 4-year gaps. Not very many had the 6-year. If it was a longer gap than that, it was vast, kind of like Faith No More. So this is probably the most rock that I'll get with these records. But Album of the Year came out in 96 or 97. This is the Rhino reissue. Fantastic treatment on this. Great sound. Great songwriting from Faith No More. Loves Last Cup of Sorrow is the one that was on the radio. Mouth to Mouth is one of my favorite tracks. I thought there was an Ashes. Ashes to Ashes is another great track. But Faith No More, you didn't see them, hear from them. Mike Patton on all kinds of different projects, releasing all kinds of things under different band names. And then all of a sudden, 2015 again, Soul Invictus came out. And this is rock. It's really, if you're going to drop the needle on this and you're expecting some hard, fast, heavy metal, no. You're going to get Faith No More. You're going to get Mike Patton. You're going to get great songwriting, great song compositions, and excellent musicianship. But you're also going to get more of an alternative kind of feel to it. It's a really good album, but not one to like thrash out to. So Faith No More, quite a big gap between releases there. All right, next up, somebody might be showing this, Death Angel. So Death Angel 3 comes out. This is a killer album. Great musicianship, great band. They were tight, they were polished at this point. They'd come such a long way from Violence. And then, of course, whenever I'm doing a video, you blank out on certain things. But I love this album, Act 3, killer thrash album. And unfortunately, they get in a car accident, and Gus Peppa gets hurt pretty bad, and they kind of set it out. The record company goes and releases, Fall from Grace unofficially. They didn't even realize it. They're signing autographs one day, sitting around, they're signing autographs at a thing, and somebody throws that album out and said, hey, can you sign this? They didn't even know it was a release. But that's been reissued. It's good that was, looking back, the band said, hey, we're glad that was captured now. But then you didn't see anything from them for years. And then they came out, I think this is 2003, with The Art of Dying, almost with the same lineup minus Gus. So it's a really good album. It's a little bit, I feel like they didn't really get their full stride till Will Carroll came in on drums. I love the new life that he breathed into the band, and I've been wanting to do a Death Angel video for a long time. Let me keep moving on this. So Death Angel, large gap between those two albums for sure. And I think that's what I had. That was the 3 that I had. Song recommendations. So recommend a song from a band that you think you'd like. So this was a good excuse to show off a recent find, a really big score. Traded in a couple records. Could not believe I saw this in the bin. This is a 1986, 1987 Purgatory, 86 I believe. Cleveland heavy metal band. Just great metal. The vocals are a little bit all over the place, but there's some great wails, some great screams, plenty of crunchy guitars, and to score an original like that was pretty rare and always exciting. Makes me always wonder, what did I miss when I didn't go to the store last week, you know? This is an import on Auburn. Yeah, I'll take care of that fingerprint later. I'd rather sacrifice a fingerprint to show you guys the vinyl. What do we got here? Why am I showing this record? I think, oh, okay. So now this is colored vinyl, show blue colored vinyl. So this is Sepultura. Sorry, I have this weird tick that if I say the band name, I have to whisper it with a bad Brazilian accent. But this is Schizophrenia on this really cool blue vinyl. I didn't realize it was marble. This is out of the box set, Roadrunner Years box set, which is really good. This album, man, it's a little bit of a mess, but Sepultura is really on their way to greatness, and this is kind of like garage thrash. It's just overloaded with speed, but you can tell there's a lot of talent there. And then, of course, Beneath the Remains comes out, and it's just like leagues above. So they're growing and maturing as a band really fast. Another blue record to show. And I'm sorry, Andy, what the significance is of the blue. But Tourniquet. thrash band. Ted Kirkpatrick, underrated drummer, super fast speed drum. This is a 2011 20th anniversary, or is it 30th anniversary? Yeah, 20th anniversary, and it's on this really nice blue, transparent blue. So there's a couple blue records. And now the final question, I believe, is to show records that has a title of a song that has something to do, anything to do with getting married, or any kind of words or terms with that, whether it's bride, groom, those kind of things. So I had to do a little digging. I hope I'm not stretching it too much, but just so I'm not taking any chances, I'm showing multiple records. Number one, this is Nostradamus, and on this album, got a song on here called New Beginnings. I say if you're getting married, that is a new beginning. Wouldn't that be right? This one, guys, this is a killer thrash. Many of you may have heard of Hyrax, but don't sleep on this one. Try and dig up this EP, Barrage of Noise, and check out Beyond the Church. Killer thrash song, and Beyond the Church. Get married in a church, right? Next up, Coven. This is their album Blessed is the Black, and they have a song on here called Rock This Church. Pretty cool. Heavy metal, thrashy speed band from the 80s. Gangrene's Older Budweiser, Church of Fun. I don't know about this church, but Machine Head, this is the Run Out Groove reissue of Burn My Eyes, but they do Death Church. I don't know if this was the reference to the Davidian church, or if it was just more of a another thing like that. But Death Church may not be one that you want to get married in. Hello.
Hey.
Laz Rocket, Annihilation Principle. Why did I pick this one? Probably because I wanted to show that I had an original late 80s heavy metal. Some of their albums are more thrashy than others. Oh, I know why. This is, if you're getting married, you go on a honeymoon. And so this is a honeymoon in Cambodia, holiday in Cambodia. I thought that would be a good reference there. This is kind of an easier pick, kind of a low-hanging fruit with Bride, 1988. The actual band name is Bride. And one of the tracks on here is Here Comes the Bride. Definitely not a song you want to play at your wedding. Bride has a new album coming out any month now. Looking forward to that. Last one I'm going to show. Laz Rocket again. Two from Laz Rocket on here. Not sure how that happened, but whoops. Laz Rocket, Left for Dead, their album. And the track that I picked to fit into this contest was No Man. And so where I get that from is what God has put together, let no man teareth asunder. So Andy, what you've put together on the vinyl community, your channel, and all the work that you do, let nobody tear that apart. So we really appreciate what you do in the vinyl community. Thanks for having the contest. Thanks for letting me be a part of it. And good luck to everybody out there, and keep listening to music.